Hi, I'm Damien, bartender over at Liquid Kitty in West LA, California, and we're going to be talking about the Long Island iced tea. The history of it dates back to the early 60s. There was writings about it in newspapers and stuff, but the big history story is that it started at a place called the Oak Beach Inn in Long Island, New York, and there's two bartenders from there, Robert and Chris, that I think to this day are still fighting over who created it. But it's really just a really heavy alcohol drink that'll get you really drunk. And the coincidence of it is it has 5 different liquors in it, and it tastes like iced tea. Somehow, chemically, they all mix together and taste like iced tea. And it's a strong drink, but it doesn't taste as strong as it is because of the iced tea flavor. As a bartender, in the bartending world, our biggest pet peeve is when people come in and go, "Can I get a strong island iced tea?" It's already 5 liquors and a little bit of 2 mixers, so it's already a really strong drink. It's really hard to make it any stronger than it is. So because it's got 6 ingredients, it can sometimes take a long time to make. Not a long time, but longer than necessary. So in some bars, you'll find that people use a technique, if they've been bartending a long time or they're just really good at what they do, they'll use this technique. But first I'll fill the glass full of ice. We use the Napoli Grande glass, which is kind of a variation of a hurricane glass. It's a 16-ounce glass, so it's a lot of booze there. It's made with vodka, gin, rum, tequila, triple sec, those are your 5 liquors, a splash of sweet and sour, and a splash of Coca-Cola. Give it the color and the flavor of actual iced tea. So I start with 2 bottles in each hand. Start with vodka and gin in one hand and tequila and triple sec in the other. And if you grab them right, you can flip them upside down. And then there's 4 of your 6 ingredients right away. Or 7 ingredients, I guess. And then your rum and your sweet and sour, your splash of Coke, and that's it. So instead of having 6 or 7 moves, I have 2 moves and then it's done. You can either shake it up or not. I like to give it a little shake, get the color evenly distributed. And then it looks like iced tea. It's a straw, it's a lemon like an iced tea does. Makes a big mess, but it looks good when you're working, when it's busy. If you're making it at home, use one hand at a time unless you want to get your kitchen all full of liquor, which sounds good to me anyway. And that's your Long Island iced tea. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Mai Tai. There's a lot of stories about the Mai Tai. It was an interesting drink. Around 1933 in LA, there were 2 places called Don the Beachcomber and Trader Vic's, and they both claim ownership of the Mai Tai.